Hi everyone, welcome. If you're new here, I'm so happy to have you, and if you're my previous and subscribers, welcome my baby dinosaur. And so today, this is being live streamed February 27, 2021 at 7:18 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and today just happened to be a full moon. And so, before we do begin, I just do want to say a few things. Thank you all of you guys so much for being with me and supporting me along this entire journey. I'm very grateful. I love each and every single one of you, and I just want to let you guys know I love you no matter what happens. And so I am going to continue with today's reading. I do hope you guys enjoy it. And we will have me from a couple of days ago on February 13th talking about today's date as well. So I'll be interacting with you guys in the live chat while this video is being played. And so just know that today's disclaimers, all information I give during this reading is simply my intuition, my understanding, and download of information from the higher power. This is for entertainment purposes only and education purposes only as well. And so before we do begin, I just want to talk about a few topics briefly. We have no notification issue. I talked to somebody, and so I'm going to show you what they said. It's going to pop up on your screen, and I'll just read it to you and see if it resonates and you feel like it's helpful in any degree, because I had been talking to them, and the reason why I'm not growing but I'm decreasing in terms of subscriber count and stuff like that is people are not being notified, and also that my videos aren't performing well based on YouTube metrics, therefore it's not being shown to other people, which means that our community is actually decreasing and shrinking in size. Overall, they looked at the content of my entire channel and they said that it is decreasing by 70% overall in all categories. And so there's that. But anyway, this is what they said about the notification issue. It is possible that they are not actually subscribed to your channel, but are confused by, quote, recommended video notifications, or their bell icon is set to, quote, personalized rather than all notifications. So maybe you guys might want to check that out as well. They said this resets if they unsubscribe and resubscribe. It's also possible that the greater YouTube notification settings are set to none for channel notifications, or they aren't logged in. So that could be some reasons as well. They say another reason could be that the device level and notification settings are overriding the YouTube settings as well. So definitely check out and see what one resonates for you as well, guys. Going back to other topics as well, my channel's future. My guys aren't very happy about this, but it's been very struggling for me to kind of figure out what kind of content that you guys may be interested in, content that you guys might like, because I've been trying to put out content that's not fear-based. And, you know, I'm not accusing any other YouTuber of doing this or any other degree, so please don't take my words and spin it. Some of it has been fear-based, and I don't want to participate in any form or faction of that. However, it has tremendously hurt my channel, and I will not use you guys in a way just for fear, just to get my channel up and running. And so in terms of my channel's future, right now I'm in talk with my guys and my angels about where I should go from here on out. And so I may not, one thing I will certainly say right now, and I'm comfortable saying, is I'm no longer part of the community in which all the other YouTubers that you guys are aware of are part of. I'm no longer part of that community. What I'm a part of the community is now is your community, as well as the collective, our community. And I'm also trying to change my channel into a different direction to bring more positivity, hope, and aspiration for each and every single one of you in your homes. And so I have decided that I want to stray away from the community. The only person that will probably end up doing collabs with will be Marie's Table and potentially in two of you. Everyone else, I probably won't be doing reading with anymore, particularly because I'm trying to ensure that you guys are okay and safe and trying to raise your vibration. So just know I love you guys and I appreciate everything you've been doing. In terms of sharing content, because of YouTube not suggesting my videos and anything like that, I've been losing a lot of subscribers. I'm fine with. I'm completely okay with that. I'm not worried about it. The only thing that really concerns me is that I will lose less people, and so it bothers me in a way because I can't help as many people. If you know what I mean. So there's that. So if you like the content, feel free to share it. I give you complete permission to do so. In terms of emails and comments, those who have left emails and comments, I will be getting back to you. I have not been on my email at all within the past week or two, or like I think 4 weeks or something. Same thing with my comments. So I'll be getting back to you guys ASAP. We're going to begin the reading, okay? I love you guys. Thank you for staying on with me. We're going to begin. All right. So this is season 3, episode 8 of What Happened Trump Acquitted, live streamed on February 13th, 2021. And so let's just see what I had to say then and compare it to what I have to say now. Hope you guys enjoy. So let's look into the main question here. What happened? Why did all the tarot readers, including me, get the conviction wrong? So this is pretty astonishing. The last time I read on something like this was when we thought that him getting COVID, why some of us said he didn't have COVID, some of us said he did have COVID. And so this is the second time I'm reading on something like this. It's a broad phenomenon, so something's underplaying here. And so let's take a look. What happened, Spirits and Angels, tell me, why did me, including all other tarot readers, get the conviction wrong in the Senate? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, this is not good cards for him. Okay. All right. So quite interesting to see this, the least. We have here, this is the impeachment, right? People walked away. They didn't do us right? They didn't do us right. However, what we were currently in this energy, we're in a karmic energy. It feels like as if something big is going to break soon, like breaking news. It could be within this month, it could be within the next few months, but breaking news will break, and it will hurt both parties because of someone's involvement in this. It could be another attack, it could be another riot. However, it could be something, and something underlying here that we're not aware of yet. So the reason why we're not able to, why we all getting, some of us, most of us got conviction was because something's underlying here, something's playing that we're unaware of, that we don't know of yet. We have here, the country will determine the turning point within the United States. It does feel like whatever happens will be the major turning point in the United States. It's breaking news, something big that we don't know what happens yet. There could be a death, could be an assassination, right? It could be anything at this point. Anything stands, anything in 2020, 2021, it does feel like the impossible, or thought was impossible, is no longer impossible. It's now possible. Anything could happen. And it feels like as if it has to do with the control of the Republican Party. The control. There's something breaking here. It could be the death of the Republican Party. It could be the change in electoral college, the change in political system, the change in the way the country's run. It could also be, and I'm not trying to, do this in a way to harm Biden or anything like that, but I do see here, because I did say there might be a depth here and something big. It might be a change and a woman's in power. So this could be very well Kamala Harris as well. She could be the new president. And, I spoke about this a lot of times on my channel. I never saw Kamala taking over after Biden, but however, my cards seem to play that time. And if you guys remember, when I read on like the symptoms with the 100 episode for me, I talked about once the national debt hit $28 trillion, a woman goes into power. And so maybe that man that she was seeing maybe wasn't the man that hit before the woman may have not been Trump, but may have been Biden. But Kamala comes after. So what I'm talking about here is that, remember one thing, if you look up the national debt, is right now currently stands at $27.9 trillion. in the U.S. to the U.S. national debt. So it does look like a big national event is going to happen. Again, it feels like a women's in power. It's all women here. Now, it could be like Lakeisha James, but it feels like if anything, it's going to be a dark time, a dark period for the United States. It does feel like there is something underplaying here that we're not aware of just yet. So maybe the reason why we all got the convictions were because there's something big here that we don't know yet. There's something big's happening. March 4th is the next protest in D.C. The nutbag believes Trump will be inaugurated on that day. Superly painful for them. All right, so let's look at, I do pray I'm wrong. I do pray. So let me just take a look because I did say that it feels like something big's happening soon. So let's take a look at March 4th. And if you guys have noticed, March 4th, I think when I was in Italy last year, it feels like that's when the country was in lockdown. So there could be like a significant day. All right, so Spears and Ansel, tell me about March 4th, the rally in March 4th for Trump fake inauguration. Okay, I think I need the United States Tile deck. Hold on. All right, sorry guys. I'm gonna use this deck to kind of gather a little bit more information, a little bit more intel on this. All right, let me just put that here. All right, Spirits and Angels, tell me about this. What's happening March 4th? What do we need to know? Oh, okay. What else do we need to know? What's happening March 4th? All right, there's a lot of cards flew out. Okay, the death card came out. That's not good. That is not good. All right. Jesus. All right. All right, so we have here, it feels like it's going to be an attempted coup. It's going to be another coup. It feels like that's exactly what's going on. And I think that is why I said there will be, a lot of you guys may have known, and I talked about this previously, I feel like Trump will be impeached at least 4 times total. 4 times, but twice for an insurrection. So the insurrection could take place again. So this is pretty interesting to say the least as well. What we do have here as well is we have the Empress. So it could be a change. It could be a change in power, and that they think that during this transition from Biden to Kamala potentially. Now this is just using what information that my cards are giving me. This could be whatever it is. But it does feel like there is going to be a change in some sort of leadership. Maybe the way Kamala just gets a little bit more power, but Biden stays in president. You know what I mean? So it does look like there will be a change. And if you guys all know, it's a great awakening. So when a woman goes into power is when the great awakening begins or starts to speed up even faster. What we have here as well is we have the challenge is, let me get rid of that. Sorry, guys. What it does feel like the challenge here is the Prince of Wands, which is like Paul Ryan, right? This is the neo-Republicans. The Republicans who don't really support what Trump is doing, but voted to acquit him. What we have here as well is we have the death card, and look at that flag he's holding. But look what he's wearing. You can all see this. This is the death card. All of you guys know during that process undergoing, because of what took place today, it feels as if because the jury is so corrupt, it almost gives the go-ahead for Trump to try again. And it does feel like Trump will do it again. It does feel like that's what's going on right now. But the good part is we will have Biden in power, so we will be able to get the National Guard to be sent in. We do have here as well the 6 of Cups. And so it does feel like it will be a happy time for a lot of Trumpers, a lot of Republicans. A lot of Republicans feel like it's a great time. You know, they're going to have a party. They're going to have a celebration. And we have here because they think that Trump is going to get back his power. Look at this. This is Donald Trump Jr. They feel like he's holding on to his power, right? But here's the media, and the media is going to do something. Something's going on with the media here that we're not aware of. They may be taking part in it. There could be the National Guard here. There could be very well the National Guard watching at the White House. It does feel like a lot of stuff spilled over. Something's happening that we're not aware of yet. But this time it looks like it's going to come in bigger numbers. Like it's going to be like big droves. I hope nothing happens, so let's just pray nothing happens. I want to be wrong with this. Again, this is the work of Putin. This is the work of Putin and Trump. Look at all that. It's the works of Putin. This is the last way that Trump to stay in power and the last way for Putin to stay in power. Remember, right now, Russia's having problems in their own country, and they cannot afford for information to be revealed about Trump's inside and, Putin's wrongdoings as well, because if he's doing it to unite another country, it could very well be another scenario where that thing's happening. Does that make sense to you guys? But it does look like something's underplaying here that we're not aware of, and I'm a little scared, not to say the least. But do not be scared, okay? All right. Let's look at the very next question. Let me just get rid of this. How do we get rid of the question? All right. So the next one that we're going to do is... All right. Is there anything at play that we aren't aware about? So let's take a look at that. It's a good next question to start off with. You're welcome, guys. I love you guys. So, is there another thing at play that we're not aware of about? Spirits and angels, tell me. Is there another thing at play that we're not aware of? Okay, that card keeps showing up. So, there's something with the death here that we're not aware of. We have here as well the trouble in the past. However, a woman's in power. So, maybe Kamala Harris takes over temporarily because maybe Biden can't handle the stress of an insurrection. Maybe they target him specifically and he has to go in hiding. And so he resigned temporarily to hand over presidential power to Kamala. It's not going to be in the news. It feels like it could be that as well. We do have here something with Trump and it's reverse. Something with Trump. Trump is doing something in the future and it has to do with a death. And now a lot of you guys know that I talked about this on my channel, that I show something happening to what's it called? It does feel like what's going on right now is with Trump. It feels like as if I was getting a reading a long time ago. I was saying this around November, after the November election, that I saw almost like a plane in the sky, and it was like a president driving, like a president in the plane, but it wasn't the new president. It was Donald Trump in the plane, and that it was shot out of the sky. And so it could be an attempted assassination. A traitor, criminal, maybe it could be one of his escape plans. Could be something like that. There is something going on that we're not aware of yet. And we have here's the government. The government's going to take control. And it might be something, it might be damning evidence that proves that he was given intel. And so they may pull on Osama bin Laden on him, that type of thing, where they shoot him out of the sky. It does feel like that might be something that they might be considering. Now, just keep in mind that this is just for entertainment purposes only. Yes, I do know March 4th is the original inauguration day from the Constitution, yes. Okay, so that face reaction at the end was funny. But anyway, I do hope you guys liked that part of the video. That is what I was saying in What Happened Trump Acquitted in my episode 8. And it was live streamed February 13th. Now that I listened to it, it starts to sound more like the Middle East and everything that was coming out about that as well, the ties to that. So if you want to know what I'll be covering, what type of information I'm covering for today, I will be taking some comments from the live chat as well. You guys can check in the description. I want to jump into it, okay? So what will happen March 4th? We're just getting a broad overview, an idea, okay? So let's take a look. All right, spirits and angels, tell me what happened. What will happen March 4th? Okay. Interesting. All right, so what's going to happen March 4th? A broad overview. Preferably in the United States, but if you want to point me to a different direction, go ahead. All right, interesting. It's not good. It's not good. All right. Let's see if I can get anything from my deck. What else do we need to know, spirits and angels? Hi, everyone. Thank you for coming. Okay. All right. Interesting. So we have here, upright, we have fighting. This is a riot going on. So we're talking about March 4th. It feels like worldwide riots, right? This is on a global scale. We have here there's going to be a lot of things going down. Whether this could be in the spiritual realm, physically, emotionally, whatever's happening. It's, whatever's going on in the world right now, things are about to break loose. Things that we never seen. It almost feels like World War III type energy. We have here again, it's going to be because of the government holding on to power. And you see, this is Mitch McConnell, right? He's holding on to money. He's holding on to everything that he can. But remember, the picture right here is Roman architecture. Look at this. He's on a chair, is Roman architecture. The last time I checked, the Romans fell, right? And so you can clearly see this in the background as well, because look at the autumn. Look at the autumn. It's fall, right? Things fall in the fall. And the same thing is going to happen slowly, but it's about time. So something is happening March 4th. Now, what it is, it could be a spiritual awakening, upbringing, whatever that is. It doesn't necessarily have to be physically within the realm of what we're talking about, right? And so it doesn't have to be physical. It doesn't have to take place physically. It can be spiritually as well. We do have here the Queen of Wands. This is not the way things were in the past. Like we have Obama, Michelle Obama, right? She's a queen. She's the queen of the crops, right? Look how happy she is. Look at the sky now. It's reverse. And so what it tells me that it's going to be dark days. America's going to see something dark happen. Now, this could be on an economic standpoint as well. So we could be looking at the crash of the economy, infrastructure, the things that happen within the United States that may start to crumble it may not just take place on March 4th, but it may start to begin crumbling at a fast pace since March 4th. We have here as well as we have the Six of Cups. And so you can kind of see like the hippie, right? This is the boomer generation, right? But it's reverse. Which tells me this could be something with the boomers. And, a lot of these people, I'm not accusing anyone here, but, some people who are undergoing this awakening, a lot of these boomers who, not all of them, but have kind of like in retrospect destroyed the United States, at least by electing conservatives and people who really don't care about anything that happens and just pocket their own money. They're going to start to see their world start to crumble. They'll hold on to power's ending. And we have here the progressive ideas. It's almost like an attack on progressive, so to speak. So they're attacking progressive. So don't be surprised if they maybe go for AOC or something like that. Whatever happened, there's something going on. Yes, guys, do like the video. The more you like it, the more my video actually shows other people and we can grow our community. So yes, please like it. Thank you, everyone. I love you guys. We have here again, the fun card is reversed. This is like my cake version, right? And normally it's just fun, right? Cute, interesting, very fun. It's reversed. So it's not going to be a good day for most of the people in the world. Now, this is talking about its generalized prospects. So let's just see a little bit more in depth. It's just a user here. And now I'm not trying to make fun of boomers in any particular way, but I'm talking about the boomers who really don't care and are just like, we'll vote for anyone, just for the hell of it. You're supposed to vote by character, not by party. And that's the problem with the United States. Thank you, Julie. Thank you. All right, so let's go to the next question. Will there be another insurrection that take place in March? So let's take a look. But you know what? That's a good question. All right, will another insurrection take place in March? Okay. Will another insurrection take place in March? What do we need to know? What do we need to know about the spirits and angels? Tell me, will another insurrection take place in March? Okay. Whew. Interesting. All right. Let's take a look. Will another insurrection take place in March? Oh, why is this upright? Okay. Oops. Will another insurrection take place in March? What do we need to know? I know exactly what this is. Okay. What else do we need to know? All right. I know exactly what this is. All right. So it's quite interesting. Let me just look and see what you guys are saying. I'm glad you guys been waiting for this. I'm really happy for you. Thank you. So we have here, the first thing I heard, that is something going on in the White House. There's something going on there, right? We have the house, right? We have open homes, open house. Everything's being sold out. You can kind of see that this is kind of like Mars type energy, right? So that's the first card that came out. The card that came out next was this. diverse group of people. Now, this is talking about the United States. The United States is a melting pot, has a ton of different people, right? We have here tons of people from different backgrounds coming together, right? That was in the past. However, there's going to be a stop in the White House. So I do feel like if anything was to happen, even though they're saying, oh, we're going to go attack the Capitol, they're not going to do that. They're going to go after the White House. So if they do anything, it's going to be the White House. We have here, and a part of it is that if anything happens to the White House, a woman stepped in. And this would be Kamala in this case. I've been talking to you guys a lot about this. I've been mentioning about, national debt and why it's so crucial to the United States, because it's not just the national debt. It's a signal point when we have a first woman president, Madam President, so to speak. Now, I always saw Biden always have control over the United States. However, it seems to be that we're on a different timeline now and things are happening in a different perspective. So I'm not making fun of you guys. You guys are great, okay? If you're a boomer, don't worry about it. I'm just talking about boomers who don't really care, okay? You guys are very beautiful boomers. We have here the high priestess reversed. Well, this is a woman in the past, right? If you guys take notice, it's been 101 years since women were allowed to vote, right? Votes for women. Yeah, votes for women, yeah. So it was reversed. Hillary lost her election, so did the other candidate in the 80s who ran as another woman on a major ticket. We have here, we're undergoing a spiritual awakening. There's a change. Look, we had Obama, right? Obama was, okay, now please don't take offense to this, but this is what I'm seeing here, that Obama was the first one. He broke the chains. Look at the broken chains, right? He broke what was normally chains, right? So think of it this way, we always have presidents who had white backgrounds, right? Obama was the first one to break that. And then guess who comes in next? A woman. So because of Obama, he set the stage for the first woman president, Madam President. Right? So she's coming in, and when she comes in, she's going to blow a horn. Now, I don't know what that means, but apparently I'm getting she's going to blow some sort of horn. Okay, and then in the future, we have here, this woman that comes in is going to be uncontrollable. Like, this person's not going to be controlled, but I feel like this person is going to do whatever it is, and now this could be a signal that this could be a very bad person who's uncontrollable and just do whatever the hell they want, or this could be a good thing. Okay? So this is what I'm getting here for that as well. Because of women's fights and everything with terms of the insurrection, there is a plan here. There is a plan. It's going to be majority men. So we're talking about the insurrection here taking place in March. It's going to be something, it's going to be like a men march, but then after that, there might be a women's march. So just be aware of that as well. Right now, what's going on in the White House is hidden, so we don't know what's going on. However, in the future, there's a government card, which tells me that we will have a women president, and it may be coming sooner than we all think. So that's what I'm getting here. So I'm going to scroll up. I hope you guys were not offended by any way. You just know I love you guys. Okay, so just notice it's just for entertainment purposes only. Let's jump on to our next question. All right, well, they tried to install Donald Trump as president of the United States. The reason why I did this entire video was partly because me and my family, it's toxic as hell if you ask me. But anyway, they believe truly in their own heart that Trump will be president. They really want him to be president. And so me and them made it back. And I told them if Biden is continued president or Trump is never president for the next 4 years, guess what? I said you have to sign the house and hand over the house under my name. Then I sell the house and then we live our merry way. However, if Trump goes in, they're going to kick me out of the house. That's what they wanted. So we'll see. I'm just hoping that Trump doesn't become president. Well, I know he won't, but you never know. I'm glad that you guys are not taking any offense to it. So Spirits and Angels tell me, well, they tried to forcefully install Trump as president in the month of March. I'm just doing the overall month of March. Yeah, Trump lost. They stood on analysis. They think the election was stolen. Okay, let's see here. Well, they tried to install Trump as power. Okay. What do we need to know here, Spirits? So tell me. Okay. There's a lot of cards for that middle one. All right. Ooh. All right. Let's see what the cards have to say. All right, so we have Biden coming in, right? Biden won the election. He won 2020. He won the 2020 election, right? However, the thing that falls underneath it is that they're saying that he lost in the state of Arizona. You can see this here, the Flying Phoenix. Right now, if you guys look at Arizona right now, they're doing something with the Republican Party that allows the Republican Party to choose and have the court decide the electoral vote instead of the people. And so this is talking about Arizona here. There's something going on with Arizona. We have here again, they try to force him. They may not be able to because Biden was chosen. He has the popular mandate by the American people. He won by 7 million over Trump, right? They will do a fake inauguration. Yes. They will do a fake inauguration. We have here, this is the regular people. They're the people within the suburbs, right? These people are like, we didn't vote for you. Right? So whoever this is, they're saying that they didn't vote for these people. A lot of these people that so unquote voted for Trump didn't really vote. You know? So that was reversed. What we have here is Melania Trump. Something happened with Melania that's gonna be revealed soon, and it's a bobcat. So it's almost like bobbing. It's like water. You ever seen like when you go fishing, you have like that little almost like Pokemon ball, like the top is red, the bottom is white. And it just floats on the water, so you know where your string is. Kind of the same thing, like it's floating on the water, but information hasn't been revealed yet. They know where she is, but she's just floating, like a tracker. We have here under her as well, we have information. So someone's had information about Russia, stealing intel. This is probably what's happening, stealing intel. Russia's involved here, knock on wood. We have entertainment purposes only. Feel like Russia is indeed involved in any scenarios here. We have here, they may not have the strength. Now, this could be Russian spies, Russian people put in by Trump, which is why they're doing Trump's bidding. So this could all be Russian people, just so you know. We have here in the future, we have the Ace of Cups. Happy days are coming. Because look at this. The cage is open, the bird is free, and look at her. A beautiful woman with a rainbow behind her. Good things are coming in the future. Now, this is the month of March, too, right? We have here, if Biden were to step down in the month of March, Biden won't be dead. He won't pass away, anything like that. He'll just step down from power temporarily. So we have here the funeral card reversed. So Biden's okay. So you don't have to worry about that. I'm concerned that the crazy Q-anonians are going to create an uproar and chaos. Yeah, they may do something, but it's kind of hard. That area of the State of the Union is being watched closely, real close. They are taking any chances since the insurrection. I was going to take a look at what's going to happen during the State of the Union, so I'll be leading on that as well. Because they said that they were going to bomb the thing, and, I had someone read back on my riot or rally for January 6th that I read on December 30th, and it seemed to be a lot of it had came true. Like I talked about a woman carrying a gun or a sniper. Turned out to be Marjorie J. T. Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert. So it turned out to be something, but not in the way that I was interpreting it, But I feel like they're just making noise at this point. But let's see. I will be answering all your questions after, don't worry. Will President Biden be safe? Let's get a quick look at that. In the month of March, will President Biden be safe? If anything occurs. Okay. Oh. Okay. Interesting. We have here the main card is, will Biden be okay? Economically, no. Like, he may actually struggle in the healthcare department, meaning that, something may happen and Biden gets hurt. It's going to be because the healthcare system may be not funded well enough to the point where, like, they may not have enough money to save the person, right? Now, I'm not wishing it into reality. You know, like when when we talk about this stuff on like internet and stuff like that, the chances of it happening decreases when we talk about this stuff. So just because something didn't happen, we should be thankful it didn't happen. We don't want all this stuff to happen, right? And so by talking about it and acknowledging it, it decreases the likelihood of it happening in reality, and at least on our timeline. We have here again in the past Judgment. Judgment Day came, and Biden was supposed to be the one that break the chains for a lot of people for a woman president. We have here reverse in the future Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris can take over. If Biden wants to step down, Kamala will take over. We all knew that. That was in the future. We have here will be a happy day for a lot of women in the United States. It'll be a very progressive day. It'll be a major achievement in the United States. So it feels like as if thank you, Julie, for telling me how many people are watching. Hello, 82 of you. We do have here again. It does feel like a woman will be coming in very soon, and I've been talking about this for a while now. All right, so let's talk about the next thing. Will Harris have to take over even temporarily? So let's take a look. What do we need to know? Will Harris have to take over even temporarily? Okay, so what I got was that during a time of crisis, Kamala Harris will step into power. She will always step into power. I always show like when there's a crisis, Biden steps down, she takes over, and then it's only temporary. So Biden will resume power. But it almost feels like he passes the power over to her so she can handle the stress so he doesn't take the toll of it. We have here as well as reverse is that things are happening that we're not aware of just yet, right? We have something going on, at least not in terms of his mental health. Like his mental health is very fine, right? Just keep in mind of that. And it does feel like there's something else on play here that we're not aware of. It feels like he's not aware of it either. However, the presidency is going to have a hard time. He is going to have to resume some sort of power to her, right? Because his heart and his body is going to take quite a hit. And this is Joe Biden, right? You have JB, Joe Biden, the Democrat card. And we have here, the reason part is that he's overlooking the destruction of the United States, the fall and the collapse of the United States. You know, a lot of what's going on in the United States is that we're renewing what was happening in the United States. And it's not out of question either. You know, if you do astrology and you look at America's birth chart, right? We have Pluto in return, which means that the last time Pluto has been in the United States birth chart was since 1776 when a Revolutionary War took place. And there's no doubt in our mind that the United States is undergoing a transformation. Now, the question remains is, will the United States survive? That's a whole other question, and it depends on both me and you. And so I do see Kamala have to take over temporarily, maybe just become acting president, but not physically president. Will there be an explosion at the Capitol during the State of the Union? I mean, that's a self-explanatory question, so let's take a look. Will there be an explosion at the Capitol during the State of the Union? Will there be an explosion at the Capitol during the State of the Union? Now, something that I'm not allowed to know. Okay. Okay, oops. Sorry, guys. All right, so we have here Jimmy Carter, right? The way that Joe Biden, kind of the best way to look at Joe Biden is kind of like your modern day version of Jimmy Carter, right? He's kind, he wants to help people, he wants to build a great community. That's what Joe Biden is, right? I'm not taking questions yet, so moderators, make sure no one's asking questions just yet, okay? I'll be taking questions right after I'm almost done. We have here as well is that the United States is actually in major debt. We all knew this. The United States is actually losing money. They're taking income money, right? Again, I talked about the Revolutionary War and everything that's happening. We're undergoing something at the Capitol. Something's going to happen. It's going to be the way that things were at one point. And I'm getting the vibe here that it's almost going to be the same thing that happened during 1812 when they burned down the Capitol. So there may be something like burning that may potentially be happening as well. There is something that's going to happen now. Okay. Ooh. Okay. This is the next card in the future. So the next card that came out was, you know, you can see the betrayal of the United States, the destruction. The thing that used to be will no longer used to be. You know, this was a warning sign to the United States. The United States knew what it was undergoing. However, it refused to help and understand the signs. And look what we have here, bud. That's a white dove. That's divine timing. This was divine. This was America's karmic destiny. Had it was not supposed to do the thing that it was supposed to do. So this is the response. This is the consequences of acquitting President Trump. Now it's a continuous cycle now. So this is what was happening. Now, please keep in mind that this is just for entertainment purposes only. And now try to send this energy of light and love so we have a better outcome. However, right now, this is a full moon, by the way, guys. This is a full moon today. So we have the moon reverse, which tells me that this is information that's going to come out very soon. We're not aware of it just yet, but something's about to break. And look at that building in the background. It's reversed, right? So this is the Lincoln Memorial and Washington like monument, right? But look at that. When I show you on camera, this is what the Capitol looks like. It's white, but look when I show it to you, it's orange, which tells me something's happening there. Now, it could be Trump, as it could be a resemblance of Trump being orange, or it could be an exact resemblance of something going on that's understanding that we're not aware of just yet. Thank you, Linda. That's really sweet of you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. You're so sweet. Okay, so yeah, I am very stressed. I want to make sure I give you guys good content, but I'm a little worried. That place is going to be well protected. They are not going to be that unprepared again. Yes, I completely agree 100% with you. But one thing that really worries me is that they don't need to actually enter the building. There's a thing called chemical bio warfare. They could use that as well. I mean, it's not out of question. I mean, you can literally buy it off the black market if you wanted to. So, not everything is out of question, right? It could even be airborne. All right. So, will a new president, other than President Biden or VP Harris, assume the presidency after the State of the Union after March 4th? And so, the reason why I'm asking this particular question is I'm trying to get more information on what's going on, right? Because the reason why I say, will there be a new president besides President Biden or VP Harris, because during the State of the Union, if anything were to happen, there was always one leader set aside. Always one leader set aside to assume power was anything to happen in the United States. So let's take a look. You know, nothing is ever out of question, you know? So spirits and angels tell me. All right, so we have here, I'm getting Josh Hawley, and that's not good energy. All right, spirits and angels tell me, will we have a different president besides President Harris and President Biden after March 4th? What do we need to know? Okay, so we have here, okay, this looks all red, all Republican. Okay, so if anything was to happen after March 4th, a Republican or someone with very conservative ideas will step into power. So that's the person that they have aside. Let me look at the succession of the presidency. Let's see the succession. Let's see. All right, so presidential succession. Let's look at that because this is not what I expected. All right, let's look at the succession list. I'm going to put it on your screen right now so you guys can look at that. Now, please keep in mind, this is just for entertainment purposes only. All right. Chrome tab. Where is that? Okay. All right, so I can see here we have the order of the presidential succession is Vice President, Speaker of the House, President pro tempore of the Senate, Secretary of State, Secretary of Treasury, and all of them. Those are all Democrat, right? The only one that I could think of that might. Why am I getting Republican? Let's see. Why am I getting Republican? Let's see. Okay. It kind of sucks that they don't tell you who does what. But it's someone with very conservative ideas. Maybe it could be someone from a conservative state as well. that we could be looking at. So it's kind of interesting to see what's going on. But it does feel like after the House Speaker is one more. Yeah, so whatever it is, a Republican, it looks like there may be someone at least with conservative ideals. Okay, so we have here as well, you guys all know this is my Mike Pence type of card. So very conservative. I can even get Joe Manchin out of this. I'm getting more like the vibe of either John Ossoff, Pete Buttigieg, something like that. We have here in the past something with the government, right? The government was in the past at this point, right? Underneath here, we have someone will consume power. This could be a female as well. It could be a conservative type female. It better not be Marjorie Taylor Greene because we do not need that. But someone will consume power if anything were to happen after March 4th. And the country's going to be pretty struggling. So it almost feels like a lot of the members within that, Chuck Schumer, fourth in line, I think so. It does feel like someone else is going to take over if anything was to happen. So let's take a look at the State of the Union. What's going to happen if something were to happen to President Biden and everyone in Congress and the Senate during the State of the Union? So what happened? Who will resume power? Who will be the new president if something were to happen during the State of the Union? Okay, this is not really good cards. Okay, Spirits, what are you saying? Okay, alright, so guys, let's hear me out. Send us a lot of love and energy. So I got from my guys that if something was to happen to President Biden, to VP Powers, the Congress, and the Senate, what will happen, ended up happening, is I heard from my guys, is that a new country will take over. Now, it could be a reformation of the country, of the United States reforming into a brand new one, or it could mean literally a country comes in and takes the United States out because the United States doesn't have a structure of government anymore. We do have here the Ace of Wands reverse, right? There's not a transfer of power. If something were to happen, something's happening when this person leaves. I don't know what it is. It feels like it could be Trump trying to escape and something happened and it's triggered a lot of things off within the United States. It could also be Trump leads this movement. Now, please keep in mind, this is just entertainment purposes only. There's something undergoing here. Now, this could be the UK. The UK takes over the United States temporarily because the United States and the UK are almost in alignment. Because, if the UK consumes power of the United States, it will be a little easier. We do have here, it's going to help us guide us out of trouble. The United States is undergoing a big change right now. A lot of things can happen, and a lot of things is possible. Please do not count on anything. Right? We do have here, you're going to be watching this on your TV, the destruction of the United States. We have here, a lot of people are going to try to flee. A lot of Americans are going to try to flee. And look, they're walking homeless. A lot of them will be injured. A lot of them getting hurt. And it could be something with the Middle East. It could be something with Russia. There's something going on. Now, there could be war. Whatever it is, there's something's happening. So let's take a little bit more of a deeper dive in using my United States of Tarot deck. What else do we need to know? Okay, so we have two cards here. Ooh, okay. Guys, the last time I got this card, and if you guys watched this one, the riot and rally video when I talked about January 6th, well, something's happening. Something's happening. It's the strength of this person, the strength and the will of the United States. There's something going on. And if something happens, it's gonna be big. And in the future, it has to do with the president, the former president. So how I was saying this all talks about Trump and everything, and the cards seem to show it too. There's something going on now. It could be, him being shot out of the sky as well. I talked about that in a video where Trump could be shot out of the sky, and that could be what this is all about. But it appears that this is what we're going into, and that's the energy that we're feeling, and that's what we're gonna understand, so to speak. Now, please keep in mind that this is just for entertainment purposes only. But this seems to be kind of a little crazy. So let me guys know in the comment section below if you guys get this energy as well, because it's very interesting to see. So I talked about the national debt reaching $28 trillion was signaled or sign of a woman coming in. But this hold true? Where are we with the national debt? So I have this already pulled up for you guys so you can see this. All right. Let's pull this up. Here's the national debt, okay, right? If you look at the national debt, this is the U.S. national debt, right? But if you look at the U.S. national debt in the top left corner, we are at $27.961 trillion in debt, right? We're almost very close to the 28 trillion. And a lot of you guys, I keep mentioning that it feels like a Democratic coming in, like a woman coming in, she's going to take over. It seemed to be the cause showing the same thing too. A woman coming in, could be a market cross. There's something going on. Janet Yellen, she's very good at what she does, but there's something going on. Whatever happened, it's something going on. There is an agenda behind the scene. I will be coming out with a video. Yeah, being shot at the sky is a metaphor for being brought down. Oh, I did not know that, David. Thank you for telling me that. I've been getting a lot of things happening lately. There's something going on with the president, something going on with the United States that we're unaware of now. So something's happening. I got negative 45 in a plane earlier today. Yeah, I've been talking about this dream or this vision that I got hit with right after the election, so he could be shot at the sky potentially. Yeah, definitely, guys. Let me know because this is very interesting. Thank you, guys, for liking my glasses. So Spirit Angels, tell me about this woman coming into office. Will we have a woman president in the United States when the United States debt hits $28 trillion? Okay. Alright, guys, this is the darkest reading I have ever done. The darkest out of everything. This is the darkest live. Thank you, Dewey. I'm glad you guys like my haircut. So we have here, this is the presidency card, right? We're talking about the presidency. On the left, there's a woman president like Hillary Clinton did not win, right? Because she did not win, it wasn't a tower moment. She was unable to break that glass ceiling, so to speak. However, this is my prediction card. It's predicted, but it's for following the current path. When the U.S. economy collapses, or what I heard in my ear, when the U.S. economy collapses to zero, Judgment Day comes, and a woman steps in. So, yes, I do see a woman come in. It seems to be the same exact card. I tried to tell everyone something going on. I feel the same thing. I mean, now he's not in office. He's allowed to have rallies. Biden needs to mandate crowds. There's something going on with Biden that we're unaware of right now. And it's not, he's a very good person. He's a very compassionate, loving person. The thing that I'm worried about is that there was a person in a position of power, and I will not say who. You guys can figure that out yourself. Whatever person you get, put it in the comments at the end of this video. There's a woman who has an agenda. There is a woman with an agenda who has a different agenda other than what she ran on. This is a many different women, right? We could talk about Marjorie Taylor Greene. It could be anything. Someone has an agenda. The problem with this person is that this person is going to be more dangerous than Trump. Me and Cam from Material, we read on this, and she got no, we won't have anyone if no one gets prosecuted. I will say almost certainly, because Trump did not get prosecuted, we will have another Trump, and it's going to be 10 times worse. And so I won't be doing the California tsunami on Saturday, right? I mean, on Monday. I'll be doing the California tsunami. And then I'm going to be talking about on Tuesday next week about the women who take the United States out. And so I do hope you guys do like to watch that video. I mean, all the content is all tied in. Remember, when you go watch my videos, there's hidden messages in there from my guys. So definitely watch the videos, because even though the reason how my channel works is very different than every other person, right? Because the way my channel is, the way my guys help me is that what I put out in my channel in one of my episodes, The reason why the episodes don't follow what other YouTubers are doing is because there are messages in there at that point. So if you go watch some of my videos back, there's messages in there and be like, huh, I didn't notice that. Even I don't even know what I'm saying, because sometimes my guy channel messages through me that when you go rewatch it, you're going to get different messages, different outcomes, different answers. So definitely check those videos out, because all the videos have it. Just pick one that you like and just go watch it again. I guarantee you it's going to be a whole different video that something you didn't realize before. And so definitely watch this. If there's something happening, and I've been talking about this women in more depth on Tuesday. So definitely tune in for Tuesday. It's gonna be uploaded, pre-recorded, and you guys can just watch that as well. Will March 4th be a peaceful rally? I don't know. All signs point no. Will March 4th be a peaceful rally? Okay. Yes. Oh, is that a yes? These are all positive cards. That's the problem. We don't know what's going to happen. It could be yes, it could be peaceful, or no, it cannot be. It could be violent. And that's the problem that we're all undergoing right now, is what's going to happen. We have here the sun. Something's going to be revealed, and it's the strength of the Trumpers. It could be, now I'm reading it both ways. So I'm going to read it in the most negative way possible and see what I'm getting from that, and you guys can do something else as well. We do have here the strength of the Trump former president base. The right, we have Trump came in, right? He broke the political scene. He formed a base, not at all always stroking his ego, and he's the former president. What it could also mean is that the strength of the former president, because he's not in office, is going to cause a riot. Okay, seems to be exactly what that card is. Seems to be exactly, it's going to be violent. No, it will not be peaceful. I mean, the card seems to say otherwise. January 6th and 3-4 both add up to number 7. Funny enough, a lot of you guys, if you watched my previous video with Ambassador Adara, I gave you a catch-up battle, and I told you to pick a number, and the number was 7. So 7 is a spiritual change and awakening. We're undergoing something big. So it feels like something's happening that we're not aware of just yet. So I will be doing something. If you guys want to take a quick look, go to my playlist section, right? I have meditation videos where I have my singable, right? I put you in a trance. Go in there and ask yourself, can I witness what may happen or take place in March for the certain location, maybe the Capitol, White House, or whatever, and you can watch it physically in your own mind what may happen. And so definitely check that out. It's in my playlist called Sitting Meditation. Go to my first one and do the meditation, because it's very good. I promise you, when I do these things on YouTube and on my channel, everything has a purpose. There's a lot higher message. Just because something's not being told by the public or the media and that it's not as popular. Listen, I did videos 30 days in advance before it actually hit the news cycle. So definitely check my videos out, all of them at least, because a lot of them have answers to your questions even in the future. So definitely, I'm not trying to promote my channel here, but that's how I operate. All right, so the last question is, will the president be injured, incapacitated, or unable to serve his full term? So let's take a look. Okay, Spirits and Angels tell me, will the president be injured, incapacitated, or unable to serve his full term? Okay, hold on. Spirits and Angels tell me, will the president be injured, incapacitated, or unable to serve his full term? Okay, that card coming up. Oh. Okay. All right, so we have this here. We have these two. We have this card here. Let me see if I can get a little bit more information. Yeah, David, I definitely agree. I mean, I always saw that, like, what to call it, There's something going on. Decapitated, incapacitated. Guys, I have no idea. I mean, whatever the word that means that. But you guys always knew that, what to call it. I talked about, like, the Trump will end up being impeached 4 times just because they need to make a statement that it's not okay. So, we do have here, as well as we have, the election. People are unhappy with the election, right? We have here Biden elected. This is in the past, right? This is in the past tense. What we have here, as well as we have the things that are going back to the past. We talked about 2016. Right here, we have 2016 here. We have Trump being elected. We have, these are his voters. They're fools. They hate Kamala Harris. They do. They hate a woman as their president. A lot of these men and people are, what's it called, sexist. We have here the empress. We have a woman in power, right? A woman in control. In the future, we have right here, as well as we have, the world is watching. It's on the world stage, and it's talking about an assassination, the fall of a leader, the fall of a world's leader on the world stage. But it's going to be hidden. You won't know about it for a couple of days. Now, this could be, someone mentioned the Queen. This could be the Queen as well. A world's leader on the stage collapses because, when I say for the longest time that when a world leader collapses, particularly someone who's seen as the godmother of England, right? When she falls, everything else will start to crumble. Because she has held on to so much power that it's going to expose everyone. When I say everyone is going to be exposed. Whether you're a Democrat, Republican, Tory, or conservative, it's going to expose every political party, every world's leader, and it's going to do a lot of damage. You want to talk about damage? This is destruction to its finest. In the past, we have here we had Jared Kushner and we have Ivanka Trump, right? Look at her dad. He's happy. Look at the castle, it's sunny out. She hold the coin. But look at Jared, right? Look at all the destruction that he holds. And it shows the dark side of what they did. Ivanka was able to put on this image to the United States that the United States is good. The United States is undergoing a good change. Well, you look at Jared Kushner, it's a destruction. Now, we all see a snake here. Look at that snake. It looks like a rat here. Well, there's a snake here. There's a black snake undergoing. And something's looming that was in the past that we're not aware of yet. There's something going on that we're not sure of. We have here in the present. We have here, and this card came out again for the riot for January 6th. Look what's in the back. A building. 2 buildings collapsed. 9/11. It's reversed, which told me the building collapsed already. Which means that 9/11 was a signal to the United States and the world that we're undergoing a change. That this will not be the last terrorist attack. We have here the Ace of Cups. Until Americans are free from all minority and corporations and stuff like that, this terrorist attack will continue to happen within the United States. We have here in the future as well as we have the cups of turned over. The White House, the military turned over. And it's the moon. Was telling me this is the full moon, and this is the full moon right here. And it feels like the Biden and Harris administration will be the last administration if it does not get done. The United States, as you know it, as you guys grew up in, will no longer be the United States. It might be a new country to some degree. And it feels like as if whatever happens will determine the rest of the duration of the United States. And we have here as well as we have fun. Right, it's a breaking point for this woman. She's not going to escape. Now, I don't know if this is Kamala or this could be that woman I talked about. So let's take a look. What else do we need to know? Spirit things will tell me. Now, please keep in mind, this could be metaphorically. Now, they always talk to me through channeling the messages through me. So always keep that in mind as well. Just because something like this may not happen, it could be on a different level. Okay. A lot of you guys are a little confused. People in America are confused. They don't know who to trust. Confusion, right? If you look at a Libra, right? Libra is my little thing. They run around in circles. How they get the predators to not kill them? They run in circles, and it creates an illusion. But it makes almost like the person very dizzy. Same thing in the United States. The media is part of the confusion. They're aiding and abetting in a lot of this. Now, please keep in mind that this is just for entertainment purposes only. They're abating in all of this. And this woman is not very happy or joyful. So this does not look like a very positive reading. So while I'm putting my cards away, because this is the last question that I have on my thing. And there seem to be a lot of you guys here still with me today, which I'm actually surprised. So thank you all, you guys, for 100 of you. If you have questions, start putting them in the comments. But first, before you do start asking questions, I want to see what you guys get. Because I want to see how you feel with all the information I just covered in this reading. Spirit understanding reality is not the same as ours. Yes, I completely agree. Until America stops changing, things like Chris is talking about will happen. Yeah, it feels like exactly just that. Exactly right, Linda. Things will start to happen. It's going to happen tenfold. And it's going to get worse and worse and worse. The woman fallen being trampled on. Don't tread on me. Ha ha ha. Okay. I'm going to say the last word. The United States as we know it is already gone. These people have damaged already. My own children love Sniffy and believes every word out of his mouth. Sorry to say. I am a seer, and now I see this plan doesn't need change, and I got nothing. I wish I could see what you all see. It's okay, don't worry. One thing I'm definitely going to do now is I feel like we need to cover in this video. We're going to talk about this woman, who this woman is, because I'm going to tell you about my dream. And this, not my dream. I'm going to tell you about what my reading got, and we'll see, so I can give you some sort of context. So one thing I got was that, when I was reading on this woman, particularly with interview, and I asked whether we have another Trump-like candidate or Trump-like president, and I saw yes, Trump is not the last. We were actually very lucky to have Trump as president, and the reason for that is Trump is stupid. Best part. We were able to see a lot of the things that he was doing because he put it out in the public. What's more dangerous now is that a lot of the people who are coming in, it's going to be 10 times worse. So let me just tell you a little something, just to give you a little bit more of an explanation here. Trump was a test subject. That's what he was. He was a test subject for what will happen, right? So meaning that Trump is just a test subject. And the reason why I'm saying that is he was there to kind of see how did Americans react to this, and this, and this, right? How much can they get away with if it's publicly spoken in word? And so what I have gotten is that this woman is going to be a lesbian. Because, luckily for me, I'm gay, so I can pick up on this type of energy, the feminine and masculine energy, but also potentially the gender as well. And so I got that now this could either be a gay person who has feminine energy, or there could be a woman who has masculine energy. And so what I'm worried about now is that this woman, and I saw it, she's going to be one of the most progressive presidents we have ever seen. She's going to be so well that you won't even suspect it. But the thing is about this person is that behind the scenes, they are going to do so much more damage than what Trump has done. Trump shows you what he did. Yeah, I spoke of her before. Yes, exactly, Doris. Yes. And so the reason why it's more dangerous is because this person is so much capable, and when the media comes out and says this is what this person's doing, it's not going to hurt her because people are not going to be like, there's no way. She's very good at what she does. No one's going to believe it, and it's going to be more dangerous than what we have right now. And the reason why it's so dangerous is because this woman puts on such an image. Now, this could not be a woman. This could be anybody, just so you know. This person puts on such a good image to the American people that they re-elect her. But guess what? The reason why she learned from President Trump, and when I got the reason why President Trump lost, Candice Owens, that could be her. That could be her. And so the reason why she's going to be very good at what she does. However, Trump, the reason why it was Trump is, this is very bad, very bad. The reason why it is there's a woman coming. And I said that all the time. I don't know why I keep repeating it, but there must be a reason why. Yes, every woman, every man, they don't have to be gay. Yes, that's exactly right. They can be anything and everything, right? But they have the energy of a masculine or feminine energy, depending on the gender. And so we do have here as well, and I thought it was Tulsi Gabbard's, at one point. But, the reason why it's really dangerous, because, American people rejected Trump, right, because of everything he did. Well, guess what? They learned a little bit more. They put a progressive candidate in, someone you won't really expect, right? And because of it, what's going to end up happening is that once she wins her re-election, it's over. Her progressive candidacy is over. Like, this person is going to start redoing everything that they were doing, and they're going to start damaging the country in a way that Trump looks like a cakewalk. That's why when I told people, Trump is nothing. Don't be fearful of Trump. Be fearful of the next one, because the next one's going to be 10 times worse. Trump was a cakewalk, okay? This one's going to be 10 times worse. Just so you know, because remember, when a person has an agenda and they have hatred in their heart, they will do whatever it takes to get there. And I just saw on my screen 11111. So whatever, look that up. It's an angel number. And there is something here. So let's look at Candice Owens. Let's see if it's her. Yes, so a military woman projects masculine war energy. Yes, I got like Tulsi Gabbard or someone with very masculine energy, like a lesbian type energy. Like, this person doesn't have to be. It could be, this person could be closeted as well. Spirits and angels, tell me about this woman or this person with this reading, with this new Trumper that's going to come in very soon. Who this person is? Candice Owens. Is this woman Candice Owens? Okay, alright. So I heard from my ears, from my guys, that it's someone you don't know yet. It's someone you don't know yet. It's someone you don't know yet. So it's someone you don't know yet. That's what I keep saying in my ears. It's the Ace of Cups for Candice Owens. She would win the primary, but the establishment will reject her. The people will reject her. And there'll be internal fighting. If she was to win, she'll incite more riots. She'll start inciting 10 times worse what Trump is doing. However, it feels like we don't know who this person is yet. There's someone else coming that we don't know yet. All right, no problem. Thank you, Linda, for coming. Is there any way that you can warn them ahead of time so this doesn't happen? I can read on it. I feel like I could read on it, but let me read on someone else. Because someone asked me, how can Americans stay safe? So let's just take a look at that, and then we can read on your questions. Okay, Spirits and Angels, tell me, how can Americans stay safe during this? How can Americans stay safe during this? All right, so we have here a lot of people are going to try to escape. They will have to make a decision soon. Americans will have to make a decision soon where they want to go. Because if they don't make a decision soon, a lot of countries are going to start rejecting Americans from entering the country. What else do we need to know? This. Oh, okay, that's not good. That's not good. Okay. All right, I'm going to take the cards. This is dark. All right, so we have here for how to stay safe is that a lot of Americans are going to try to escape the darkness. Trump was the darkness, right? He was the dark. However, do we have to make a decision? It has to do something with the leader, the world's leader. Now, I did say the 2024 election is going to be the most important one in our entire lifetime. We have here, there's something going on here that we're not aware of yet. There's a lot of things happening. Sorry, guys. So we have here someone just saying something on the comment section. We have here, there's a link here. There's a link to reptilian. Okay, so I'm not into conspiracy theories, right? I don't do conspiracy theories. However, it feels like I might be wrong. Okay, look at this. We have here, there's a link here, right? There's a link to a male and a male female energy, right? I talked about masculine and feminine, and it's an alien. Someone we don't know, someone who's strange. What's going on? Something's going on here. We have here the balance of a woman unhappy. She's going to lose, and it's going to cause a disaster. It's not going to be nothing small. She's going to lose to a man and a woman ticket. She's going to be stopped. However, something else is brewing, and it's going to be revealed. So it feels like as if whatever's happening, something's going to change, and it's going to hurt a lot. And so, thank you, Miss Bessie. Thank you. I got that there's something going on that we're not aware of, and I talked about this in my dream. And I think it's a good time for you guys to go all to the beginning of my channel when I talked about my Pete Buttigieg dream. And it talks about this, my dream in 2024. It says, election night, here we go again. And it talked about a young man on a ticket, and a woman with Hillary Clinton type energy. And what it feels like is going in, we're following the same path as we are supposed to in that dream, that vision that I had. And it appears that this woman and man ticket is the one that takes this person out. However, it depends on the American people who they elect. Because there is something dangerous going on, and we don't know exactly what it is, but something's happening, and it's not going to be good. And so I do feel that is there's something very strong here. I was trying to find the best place to move. I honestly want to go to Iceland because that's the happiest place on earth. Is there any way that you can warn them ahead of time so this does not happen? If I do, I will not exist anymore. I'm just gonna be honest with you right now. But is there any way that we could warn anybody ahead of time of what may happen? No. It's a change. The change is coming. Whether we like it or not, it's within our divine destiny to have this. A lot of people were victorious in the past. However, there is something brewing. Almost like the torch is being handed over and it's going to be taken away. So, it feels like it's just a matter of time. A lot of people are going to struggle. A lot of Americans are going to struggle because of this. If we don't elect Pete or this particular candidate, this woman will come in, and it's gonna be a lot of damage, And I feel like this woman that I was speaking of may be the woman who might be running again in the next election. Malcolm Nance chatted about the plot to hack America 3 years ago. Yeah, 10 times worse than Orange will be total destruction. Because remember, impeachment, as we all seen, does not work. The only thing that works was removing a president by the American people. If you become a progressive candidate, for example, and you seem like one of the most popular presidents of anyone's lifetime, you'll be cruising to re-election. But right after that re-election, you just take that mask off. There's no one that can remove you. Right? That's why it's dangerous. That's why I warned that this person could be more dangerous than any other. And if this is a warning, when on my channel now, I give you warnings because this is pretty bad. Well, we feel this masking energetically. There's a change undergoing in my generation as well. My generation is starting to wake up. If you talk to young people like me, you start to see that a lot of them are starting to wake up. They're starting to undergo spiritual change. My generation is going to be the biggest voting bloc in the next election. That's why we're undergoing a spiritual change. Remember that. We're undergoing a spiritual change. Will we feel this masking energetically? Will we start to feel this energy change? Okay. So we have Biden in the past. So Biden's going to be in the past by this point. So Biden won't be president, or he will be president. But if this were to take place, we have here on top of it, again, the conservative women, right? Look, it's literally on top, conservative women on the bottom. We have your unhappiness. It's not the end of a cycle. It's not the end of a cycle. It's the karmic destiny. Karmic destiny. So, the point of this thing is, I just saw 2020. This is very crucial and very important because it speaks about everything that's happening. It talks about that this woman who comes in will determine the path of your country. The question remains is, who is this woman? Now, please keep in mind, and you must be open to all interpretation. Now, this woman could very well be a Democrat. Remember, if a Republican Party can be brought out, who say any other party can't be brought out, right? You have to be careful. You have to look at the person, trust, and feel, is this person right for me to elect? Because that is how we're going to do it. Don't vote party line. Vote with what you intuitively feel. Because if you don't, we might be in for a rude awakening. And so that, my friends, I'm gonna leave you guys off of a comment everything and how you feel about this video. It's very dark, a lot different than what I anticipated going into it. But I do hope you guys loved it. I love this reading, and that you found it pretty informative. So, will the dark win, or will the light people change the dark people? So, for Marianne, for your question, just to give you a little outlook on this, what I got from my dream, and I'll do this video again, I'll do like what I did earlier in this video. I got that it really depends on you. It's free will at this point. American people will decide whether they want to go back to the darkness or will they want to go with the light. And that is a question that we will have to ask ourselves in the next 4 years. To ask yourself, am I better off than where I was 4 years ago? And that is how you will be able to figure that out. And now, is this divine intervention for Barbara? Yes, it's divine intervention, but divine will not tell you how to vote or elect. You will choose and decide the fate of your country. You need to teach the light. That's why I've been trying so hard, begging to get as many people on my channel, but I had a lot of difficulty because I have been hearing from other people who have watched other YouTubers, but I will not say it, echoing Q-anon conspiracies. So, my friends, be very careful who you interact with, because the United States is undergoing a change, and so are you. And I'm trying to do whatever best in my power to protect each and every single one of you. But I can only do so much if you don't put in the effort. So with that, my friends, I love you, and have a very beautiful night. Bye.